Hello, dear folk. This is Suzanne Knabe-Nicole with Police Science Snippets, number 207 this week. Police Science Snippets are bits of information that have been just published in academic research circles in the fields of police science, investigative psychology, forensic psychology, evidence-based policing, and related fields. I try and find bits of information, bits of research that I think could be applied straight away somehow in your various jobs in law enforcement around the world. And then I bring them to you here on LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter or X. And also they get emailed straight into your inbox every Tuesday with a link to the original research article. So you can be on that list for free, of course, if you just go to Police Science Doctor, just Google Police Science, go to Police Science Doctor and enter your details into the form that pops up. You can leave the email list at any time. And with the addition to the email list, you will also get emailed the password to access the read page for like reading glasses on the Police Science Doctor website. And on there, you'll find all the previous snippets as PDFs that you can download. So there's 207 PDFs on there now with 3 snippets each, because what I am describing to you this week about of the police science snippets I've got available for you now might not be relevant to your particular role, because obviously I don't know everybody's roles. I try to find something that's relevant and try to mix them up as much as I can, but go through the library and hopefully you'll find something that is relevant to your particular job. So what I've got for you this week, first one, prison visits. Prison visits that were perceived as positive by the inmate are followed by lower incidences of misconduct and higher well-being. However, some visits left individuals feeling stressed, helpless, or guilty, which was related to higher incidences of misconduct, particularly property infractions, and lower overall well-being. Okay, so if you work in prisons, please just pay attention to who's visiting those prisoners and what the impact on the prisoner is, and maybe there's a way of regulating who comes and who doesn't come if there is a negative impact after a specific visit. The next one, still about prisons, prison alternatives. Individuals with mental health and substance use disorders are overrepresented throughout the criminal justice system. To reduce the overrepresentation of people with behavioral health conditions in jails, jurisdictions have implemented evidence-based programs or policies and treatments in the community rather than in prison. It has been found that availability and impact of these programs is increased through relationship building and shared definitions across counties. So what's very important here is that the different organizations work together, that they've got a common vocabulary, that they can share information, and then the coverage and the delivery can be much improved. And this is very important. This is something that I keep banging on about to my students. So as you know, I'm a lecturer at Middlesex University. I run the Criminology with Policing and Investigations program. And I always talk about the fact that I think crime is actually just a symptom of underlying problems, and we need to tackle those underlying problems. Many of them are health related, many of them are economically caused, and then we wouldn't have so much crime at all. So this is very important, and so working together with other organizations, working together with similar organizations across county boundaries, or whatever you might call them. This research, I think, was actually done in America. So you've got counties, states, and other jurisdictions, I guess. So that's very important, working together, having a common vocabulary and exchanging information. And the third snippet for this week is about biological treatments. Now, this is quite interesting. This article examined the use of brain-based treatments, referred to as neuronormalization, to reduce violent offending. This has a checkered history due to its misuse in forms such as brain surgeries and forced application. However, modern ethical standards can be applied. This research found that transcranial direct current stimulation and omega-3s are very safe and effective in reducing aggression, whereas certain pharmaceutical agents and oxytocin can have adverse side effect or lack efficiency. So, you know, we've all heard about those frontal lobotomies that were sometimes administered in the past as a measure to try and curb aggression and violence. And obviously a lot of issues came with that. However, this article is saying don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Have a look, revisit to see if this could actually work with modern applications of ethical standards. And I think this article looked at 4 different options, and they found that the current stimulation, so electricity, again, sounds horrible, administering electricity to the brain. But if one of the main causes for people's aggression is something being wrong in the brain, then looking at how can we fix this in the brain is a very, very logical conclusion, in my opinion. And yes, it has had a very bad rep in the past, but could we actually do something with it in a much, much better way? So this research found that actually the what do they call it, transcranial direct current stimulation was very promising, and omega-3 oils. So very interesting. I have read something about omega-3 oils before, about its impact on behavior, but that was actually financed by the industry that was producing these oils. So I didn't take that seriously, rightly or wrongly, but that is something interesting to look into, I think. So what can we do to reduce violence and aggression in people? Maybe one of these 2 things. So I obviously leave this open for you to debate. Wherever you're watching this, you should be able to write something in the comments, and I'd be quite interested to hear what you think of that. So please do leave some comments with your thoughts and your justifications, and see if colleagues can respond to that. And I'll see you again next week. And until then, I wish you a very safe and productive life. Bye-bye. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this content useful. You can get access to each episode's transcript with key learning points, timestamps, and references if you get yourself onto my mailing list. Just go to the main website on policesciencedoctor.com, and on the bottom of each page you will find a sign-up form for notifications of new content. Just enter your first name, your preferred email address, and the type of organization you work for. You will not get any spam. This is just for me to let you know about new content and for you to get access to all the transcripts.